Panther Nation Podcast. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. Oh, cut it. Cut right. And I would like to introduce one of the hottest podcasts in Carolina history. Let's go. Talk, let's check. We got time to chop it up. Talking analytics and fantasy draft. You know what's up. Panther Nation representing, cause this is where we talk that. Talk that's so incredible. Make them rewind that talk back. Pause. Talking Panthers football, we discussing it all. On and off the field, you know exactly who to call. You know we the #1 podcast. Competition is non-existent, you need to stop that. Pause. It's an honor to be a Panther fan, pause. At Bank of America, that is where we ball. Coming to the jungle, then you gonna feel the pause. Winning the trophy for the city, it is the call. Black, white, and blue, we going Carolina strong. And this is the conversation where everyone belongs. Discussing all the numbers and topics, you know we got it. We the hottest podcast and we poppin', let's go.
QueenCityPodcastNetwork.com.
Yo, what's cracking, Panther Nation? It's your boy Rashad and Dave in the building. Dave, what's good with you, man?
What's going on, man?
Chill, bro. I was on super hard chill mode, man. My bad, yo. I was chilling hard.
Dog, I worked a 10-hour day today. Yesterday, I flew back from Chicago from Combo Breaker, which was a pretty good trip.
Did you win, though?
Dog, if I won, I wouldn't be here. Okay? If I'm here, and you know what's funny? People in my job are like, how did you do? Did you win any money? And I'm like, if I won the real money, I wouldn't be here today, guys. I would not be here today. There were trips to Saudi Arabia and Japan on the line in some of them tournaments, bro. I did get to face a world champion on stream. That was fun and disappointing at the same time, but fun. But no, it was fun. I had a blast. You know, it's a tournament I'm definitely going to go to every year. Definitely the Pressure Rules picnic by far. Really good trip. Brought me back some popcorn. Brought me back some apple flavored popcorn and I got some crazy flavors in my bag. Yo, I haven't even opened them up yet, but I got some crazy flavors like maple bacon.
Yeah.
What about you, man? Other than you chilling to turn the stream on, how was your weekend, son?
Yeah, bro, I was super chilling, bro, man. My bad. No, weekend was straight, man. Shout out to my wife. She went out of town, so it was just me and the kids.
Oh, she was on that Punta Cana trip?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Dang, they just throw the numbers out there. Yeah,
hey, look, man, y'all they always be talking about me and the show and the money. I kind of got a
you just threw me out there, bro.
I'm just look, they toss me in there all the time, man. You got to get some of this love. You got to
good, bro.
You got to get some of this love.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Cash, if I name some of the flavors I brought back, you wouldn't believe me, bro. I got a root beer flavored popcorn, guys, which is phenomenal, and it fizzes. I got a sangria popcorn. I got lots of popcorn.
So what's up with the popcorn? Like, why is popcorn so special?
So at Combo Breaker, there's this guy called the Popcorn Baron. He has over like 70 flavors of popcorn. And so that's like their Combo Breaker is their Super Bowl. Like they sell the most popcorn during that event. You can order it online on Instagram. Just look up the Popcorn Baron. Phenomenal popcorn too. But he's got different type of glazes, like apple, grape, cherry, but they also got like different like ketchup popcorn if you're into that. Like they got whatever kind of flavor you want, they got some strawberry cheesecake popcorn, they got whatever you want, man. But nah, that's a tradition when I go to a game and tournament, because they're typically at the big ones. I go grab some popcorn, particularly when they're in the Midwest area. So I go get some popcorn. So, but yeah, man.
Yeah,
Happy Memorial Day to all. Hope you guys remembered the day and what the purpose is.
So. Salute to all those that paid the ultimate sacrifice, man. As my father is retired military, I always salute to the folks that serve. So shout out to everybody that served, continue to serve, have served. We appreciate you. We appreciate you for sure. Yeah, man. But for me, man, nothing much. It was a chill weekend. You know, with my girls, we bought some new board games. Man, I was just chilling with the girls, man. It was good vibes, good energy. And while my wife was enjoying herself in Dominican Republic, since you threw it out there. Yeah, she was
Look, it was
out.
all
My
over.
wife was
Look,
outside, bro.
it was all over the interwebs, man. There was because
Yeah,
I'm friends with some of her sorors and some of her
yeah,
sorors, so like it was
yeah.
all over there.
Nicole, and them. Yeah, shout out to
Yeah.
Nicole, the travel hunter. If you ever need some travel needs, she's a travel planner. So that's the group my wife was with. Yep. So salute to them, man. They always. I think this is like the
They be
second or
traveling
third
like
time.
she be
Yeah.
able to get tickets like that. I gotta hit her up.
Yeah, she definitely is she's a travel planner. Like she does group stuff for the most part, but
Yeah, because I do wanna plan a trip to Japan at some point.
yeah, I'm not sure. I've never seen. Yeah, she might have done Japan before. I don't know, man. I have no idea. But anyway, shout out to Nicole, man. She good people's. All right, Dave. Quite a bit to get into. You know, sometimes I get into these situations where I don't know what the word I'm gonna talk about. But then all this
Look, man.
news just comes out of nowhere, bro. So it's quite a bit to talk about. But you know, what was you gonna say, Dave?
No. I mean, look, man, it's P&P, bro. We'll have something
Yeah,
to talk
we
about.
always gonna find something to talk about.
We found something to talk about.
Yeah.
I would have made some up as on the fly if you had nothing to talk about. I would have showed the match.
Facts.
Would have probably get smashed on television.
Facts.
You know.
Yeah, we always gonna find something. Don't fret, Panther Nation. Even though it's the off season and it seems kind of light, we always gonna find something to talk about. So
and our goal is to find things to talk about that actually make sense. Because I've been on Twitter. Like I was occasionally glancing, didn't glance too much while I was in Chicago, but I was occasionally glancing, and it is clear that a lot of people are running out of things to talk about. And we're here to tell you that we're not those people.
Yeah. Twitter is a crazy place. That's why
I'm about
I'm
about to go to Blue Sky, man. It's almost time to just go ahead and go full Blue Sky. My Twitter page is turning into something that I'm not the biggest fan of right now.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, it's crazy. It's kind of ridiculous. It gets
the algorithms
are
getting kind of rough in these streets.
Yep. So Dave, before we get into this, who you got tonight? Knicks or Pacers? I got it up on my screen right here. Who you got?
Knicks. I think they're gonna tie it up.
I'm going Pacers, bro.
I think they're gonna tie it up. I think they're gonna tie it up, man. For the sake of the series, we need to be tied because it looks like OKC's about to head to the NBA Finals. Like it's
shout out to OKC. I think OKC gonna take it all the way, but
whoever wins in the West is gonna take it all. Like Pacers Knicks is like the who's gonna be second place in this thing. Who's gonna face the guys in the West? But it looks like it's gonna be OKC. It'll be incredible considering the path that OKC has done and the players that they've had that did not win championships, and now all of a sudden with all the trades that they made to get rid of those said players, they're about to get a chip. And they might be like a power for a while. Like they're not going away. That team is young, guys.
Facts. They nice. The OKC is really nice, and what you said is absolutely correct. Considering the guys they got rid of, and
they traded Harden, Paul George. Like they traded everybody,
Russ,
and they
KD, all them cats.
Yeah, they had all them cats, and they gonna end up getting the chip with them youngins. And shout out to them.
That's the right way to build, bro.
Right way to build.
All right, Marquis says, what do we have to do to get the Panthers to let you guys commentate a home game? Wow, that'd be crazy.
That'll be insane.
That would be stupid. Also, everyone else, hit that like button and subscribe. Keep pounding, man. Appreciate that, Marquis. You have a lot of faith in us, bro. That's a lot of faith in our abilities.
I mean, I've commentated other things before, so I'm pretty sure I can get the chops going for that for 3 hours. Yeah. I think I could do it.
Yeah, bro.
I just got to remember that I'll be on television. I got to be sensitive. Like I could get away with cussing, commentating fight matches. I can't get away with cussing too much in them other things. But yeah, man.
Maybe what we should do one day, Dave, is maybe we should get a suite one day, and then we should commentate from the suite.
They'll kick us out
and do it. Do a live and do a live stream commentating from the suite, just like you would do in a regular game. That would be dope.
It would be dope. That sounds like a dope concept. But will we get kicked out so fast?
We wouldn't get kicked out, bro. What would we do to get kicked out, man? You have no faith in us, bro.
I want you to keep your PSL, sir.
It would, but see, that wouldn't be in the PSL seat because I would be in the
Well,
suite.
you can't do it in that one because it's too loud. It wouldn't work.
Yeah, it wouldn't work there.
Wouldn't work.
But yeah, we should try it one day, man. We should see what happens. We got to get enough cash to get us a suite ticket and do it.
We better hurry up then, because them prices go up every.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. All right, Dave. Really quick. This is something that happened last week. We got before we get into the OTAs and all that happened today. We got to talk about some stuff that happened last week. And one of the things that happened last week was us getting rid of a couple of guys that were in the scouting department. Cole Spencer and I believe Robert Gaines is his name. Both of these guys got the can, Dave. And it's after the draft. That's typically what happens is after the draft, guys, they start to they make some changes in the front office because of the cycle and the scouting cycle. You want to let them guys finish their jobs and then they get cut. Any thoughts, Dave, to why these guys have been let go?
I will say, I was reading reports when these guys go, and some people said it was a little later than normal because typically when they make those decisions, they kind of do it right, like immediately right after.
Immediately after, correct? Yes.
And they kind of took a little bit to make the decision to let these guys go. So I'm fascinated by the timing of it all. Wonder why they didn't just do it immediately after draft, because it kind of puts those guys at a disadvantage to getting other gigs too. So because this is a cycle that a lot of other NFL teams do, right? So, but if this is from the old regime, it tracks. And I'm assuming it was from the old regime, so it doesn't. Yeah. So that tracks.
Well, Robert, and I butchered his name. It's Robert Haynes. Excuse me. He had been around for quite some time.
Yeah.
Haynes been around the Panthers since 2002. He was.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. He was. He started he started in the video department 2002. Picked up roles as a college scouting assistant, pro scouting assistant, combine scout, Northeast area scout, Southeast area scout, and national scout. So he's been around the Panthers for an extremely long time. And then Cole Spencer, I think he was picked up in the rule era, around the rule era.
Yeah.
So
he was one of the leftovers. He was one of the leftovers. So Cole makes sense. I'm fascinated by Robert and considering how long he was there, but it might have just been time, man. Change of scenery.
Yeah.
Change it, change of philosophy a little bit.
Yes, it's also very interesting because both of these guys, their positions are not gonna be replaced. Like somebody's just gonna take the role that's gonna absorb the role internally.
So that means the replacements were already on the answer was already on the roster.
Yeah, there's no immediate plans to replace these guys specifically. Like the answer is already there internally. So very, very interesting stuff there with Gaines and Cole Spencer. So we had to talk about that. Again, I don't have any, there's nothing. I don't think there's too much tea out there with anything going crazy as far as why these guys will let go. Maybe it was just like Dave said, maybe just their time. So I don't know.
Well, the guy that showed up for Rule during the Rule era, that tracks. Let's not forget that Hornets drafted SGA and traded him the same way we drafted Kobe. Traded him.
True.
Oh my God,
it's Carolina. True. I did. I realized
Carolina
that
teams always get ruined by trades.
It's crazy,
that's
bro.
Wow, bro.
It's crazy, bro.
Oh my God! And I promise you, SGA probably didn't say I want to go somewhere else. So Kobe was a little bit different. He kind of made his comments about not wanting to come to Charlotte. But yeah, man. Oh, that's brutal.
Yeah.
Panther Doge cuts is hilarious.
That is, yeah.
It shouldn't be, but it is.
Yeah. But shout out to Cole Spencer and my man Gaines. This is it's interesting. It's Haynes. Excuse me, I keep butchering his name. Robert Haynes. Yeah, both of those guys have been let go and no longer affiliated with the Panthers organization. So hopefully we see some upgrades in the scouting department. And I don't know, we can put our context clues and our theories together and come up with something very interesting as to why those guys were let go. But I think it was just time. All right, let's keep it moving. Dave, did you happen to see this? Jimmy Horn, he had a little documentary that Colorado put out. And in this you haven't seen it. In this documentary, Dave, Jimmy Horn basically called a shot. And again, I think guys kind of have a really good idea of where they go, especially the day 2, day 3 guys. Their agent's been talking. They kind of know who is gonna put their, make it happen for them. And so Jimmy Horn was in the store, in the lid store, and basically said, "Hey, I'm gonna I think I'm gonna call my shot. I think I'm gonna manifest this because I think the Carolina Panthers are gonna pick me up." This is before the draft, and that's what happened, Dave. The Carolina Panthers ended up picking him up. He had a slew of hats. He went to this lids and had a bunch of hats. You know how they set the hats up? He bought all the hats, and that was the first one he picked up was a Panthers hat. So it was super dope, super dope, super dope. So
kind of wild how that falls.
Yeah, I don't know if it's interesting. I would love to ask him like the pre-draft scenarios and how did you know? Like, how did you get the gut feeling that the Panthers were going to pick you up? Because obviously we know, like, the agents are talking. The agents talk to him. They know who is going to probably pick them up. But to go out there and manifest it like that is kind of crazy. Out of like 15, 20 hats he had in his hand, Panthers were the ones that went and got him. Any thoughts on that, Dave?
It's kind of wild because, prior to the draft, we were wondering if we were going to draft how many receivers we were going to draft if we weren't even going to draft one.
Who was? Not me.
Well, I was.
Not me. Your boy said double dip.
I told y'all. Yeah, but you were talking like first and like second or first and third. Like you weren't talking first and sixth. Like, let's not do this. Like I'm do like you do me when I do the I told y'all, and then you try to discredit some of my I told y'all. Y'all just try to change it to a told y'all, and that's what you do sometimes. But it's okay. But I still press the button for you because I appreciate that. But
I did tell y'all.
Yeah, but however, I think it's wild that he called his shot. Like even Marcus don't even believe it. But that's like
he may have recorded 15 videos. We don't know.
It's like the Funk Flex freestyles, but they do like 20,000 takes.
How it was edited, it worked out.
That ain't on me. That ain't on me. That's on y'all. That would be funny if like somebody comes up with the other 10, 14 teams that he grabbed first. That would be hilarious. But either way, and by the way, this lids, I'm never going to shop at this lids again. How you gonna have all them other teams just have one Panthers hat next to all these Chiefs hats and under some dang on Giants hats? I feel a way about this.
Well, I was gonna say, to be fair, they are in Florida.
So
he's from Florida, so that's all the Tampa hats. You see some Florida State, some Gators.
But I see a row of Green Bay, a row of Giants, 2 rows of Giants, even a row of the Patriots. But that clears it in Florida. Raiders, just one hat? Really, Lids? I thought you were trying to sell things, man. You don't think there's Florida Panthers fans? I mean, y'all got Florida Panthers. They out here in the Eastern Conference Finals right now in the NHL playoffs. See, I am diverse up in these streets from sports. Don't get it twisted, guys. I got this covered. So you telling me that you don't want to put more than one Panthers hat? I feel the way. Don't care if they're in Florida. Doesn't matter. There ain't a Dolphin hats to be seen though. It's probably on the other side though. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
let's not
it's probably.
There's some Dolphins hats in there. Let's not do this. But we know for a fact that they only got one Panthers hat. They wouldn't just move that. All right. Let's not do this.
Yeah, we earned that disrespect, Dave. We earned that.
Whatever, man. We sell merch. Don't get it twisted. Yeah, like we're one of the poorest teams in the league. We're not. We're not one of the poorest teams in the league. We're not. We're one of the most viable teams in the NFL. We're not. We're not.
Yeah.
We're not.
Yeah. But this is Jimmy Horn Jr. calling a shot. You should go back and watch it, Dave. It's a really good documentary, pre-draft documentary that the Colorado Buffaloes put together. I didn't get a chance to watch it all, but I did watch the majority of it. So this is a good, well put together thing. Salute to Jimmy Horn, and we'll see him. We'll see him on the field, and we'll talk about him in a little bit. All right, let's keep it moving.
Can you take the sharing your screen joint off? I'm tripping.
Does it bother you that bad?
Nah, I'm thinking about the aesthetics of it all. That's all. I'm an aesthetics guy.
All right, so Nic Scourton is still unsigned. We all up in other people's business. We all up in the Bengals business about how the Bengals haven't signed their first round pick, Shamar Stewart. Meanwhile, we have not signed our second round pick, and there's some context as to why that is the case. But Dave, do you have any thoughts on Nic Scourton not signing his deal yet?
With the injuries that are happening at that particular position right now, this is somewhat concerning. I don't know the context. You can probably explain to me the context, but a little bit concerning because everybody else has been signed but him. I mean, you got the first round pick signed, you got your third round pick signed. Like, I just want to know. I'm just trying to get an understanding of why.
Yeah. So here's the deal. So I think, you just had another second round guy, a receiver, I might add, get a fully guaranteed contract. So Jaden Higgins, who was picked number 34 overall, he became the first ever second round pick to sign a fully guaranteed contract. Him and linebacker Carson Swearinger, who was number 33, followed up with another fully guaranteed deal the next day. So with that said, we're starting to see second round picks put their foot down and be like, all right, I want a fully guaranteed contract. So that's probably what's going on right now with Nic Scourton. He probably wants a fully guaranteed contract.
What pick was he again? Ron, what pick? It was 30 what? 30?
Nic Scourton was number.
He was in the 40s, right?
Yeah, I believe so. I don't know what number he was off the top of my head.
I'm gonna check. I'll check real quick.
51.
Oh, well, oh man, I don't know about that, bro. That's too low. All due respect. I think from 33 to 40, I can understand. After that, maybe majority get fully guaranteed, but not fully. Because then if he gets a fully guaranteed deal, then it's going to set the precedence for everybody 50 and up.
Yeah, shout out to Paul. This is a great point. Only 4 of the 32 players selected in the second round of the NFL draft, they're signed. So there's a lot of right now. There's a lot of this could be kind of like
this is the next phase.
This is like game changing right now. This, if you think about it, and if you're into the nerd aspect of contract signings and guaranteed money, like, bro, this is actually could signal a huge shift in how things are done for second round picks in the future, right? So I think maybe all those agents and players are banding together and be like, all right, we not doing, we all want guaranteed contracts. So this is a big deal, and that's why I think Nic Scourton is part of that, and
it's gonna be fascinating because the NFL is the league of non-guaranteed deals. That's what they are, right? Like Major League Baseball, fully guaranteed. NBA, fully guaranteed. So it's going to be fascinating to see how far this goes, how long the stalemates are going to be. And I question whether or not some teams are prepared from a cap perspective to do a fully guaranteed deal for a second round pick.
You got to remember the deal itself is structured, right? There's only so much money a player can make, right?
Yes.
So that is what it is. You know what I mean? It's more so about the structure. It's about how it's laid out. It's about the language in the contract, the injuries, all that stuff. That's what they're arguing over. So they can only make so much. You know what I mean? So
yeah, but I think but the thing is, there's one thing to, yes, you're right. They can only make so much, but it's different when it's a fully guaranteed deal because that means the cap hits change. The cap hits are different. The ability to trade a player is different. Like there's other aspects of it that you got to take into account too. And there's some teams that their cap ain't that good to be like, if they assume, all right, we're going to expect X, but now you might have to put more investment in the guaranteed dollars. That might change a little bit for some franchise. Not us, obviously, but for others, it could. So I'm fascinated to see how this pans out. If only 4 out of the 32 players got signed so far, it's going to be fascinating how this pans out, man. So so we know that 2 players got a guaranteed deal. Did the other 2 do?
Let me see. The other 2,
because that's
I don't know who the
gonna
other
matter
two are.
too.
Let me see. Yeah, I don't have the other two that were signed. I just know the other two got fully guaranteed deals, and they did them back to back. I'm not sure where the other guys are, but they folded too soon. They probably could have got a guaranteed contract. They waited. They should have waited, but maybe they just wanted to get it over with. But in situations like this, bro, you gotta stick together, bro. You gotta stick together.
When it comes to stuff like this, that ain't the league's strong suit. This ain't the NBA or the NFL or Major League Baseball where like they kind of understand what money's being had.
So Marquis, appreciate the super chat. He says, wouldn't shorter, fully guaranteed deals ultimately benefit both teams and players? Nah, it wouldn't benefit the team.
Nope, sure don't. Because the thing about a guaranteed contract, they got to put that in the escrow. That's the other factor too.
It wouldn't benefit the team also because you want that contract to last as long as possible, so you can pay them the least amount for the longest period of time, right? That's you want to get those guys playing very well for cheap. So I would say nah. It wouldn't be best for the team. Now, it would for the player, from the player's side, yeah, to give them a short, give them all the money up front, and then let me get another deal. So from a player standpoint, absolutely, 100%, that's what they want. That's what most players want. They want the guaranteed money just in case they get injured. So if I get injured 2 years into my deal, I'm still straight. And then, I get the opportunity to go out there and get another contract. If I outplay my current one, I capitalize off a bigger deal in the short term. So absolutely, man. I think for the player, yes. For the team, nah, not necessarily. Not necessarily.
Nah, I think this benefits the players, which is not a bad thing. At some point, like I think the biggest failure NFL has right now is having more and more players on fully guaranteed contracts. So when the next CBA comes out, I know that's going to be a contentious discussion. And I know there's been talks about, and somebody mentioned it in the chat, I know there's been talks about removing the voided years in contracts. So that's going to be another factor when it comes to how to manage the cap and things of that sort.
If they do that, the Saints are going. That's going to be awful.
They're going to be bad, bro.
They're in trouble, bro.
Because I know they leverage that. We use it too. Not as much as
we've kind of shifted away from it. That was more so a Scott Fitterer component. He brought the voided years to Carolina. Tillis doesn't do it he doesn't play like that. He doesn't do that. So again, it could be very interesting. Just keep an eye on it. Sideshow says Scourton's deal is 4 years no matter what. Anyway, yes, it's a 4-year deal, but there's guarantees, and again, guarantees, offset language. There's a bunch of stuff in there that could, is up for negotiation. Like you can still negotiate some things, even though the amount that you get and the length of the contract is the same. That's gonna be the same no matter what. So yeah. All right. Let's get it. Let's keep it moving. All right. So we talked about this last week. The joint practices are confirmed. First, there is no joint practice with the Steelers. That is not going to happen. No joint practice with the Steelers, but we do have joint practice that were already announced with the Browns. And now we have another joint practice scheduled with the Houston Texans, which we talked about last time. We're going on the road. We're going to get down there early and have a practice before the game. And I kind of want to go low key.
I know you do, because that's the only time you're going to get to actually see something.
Yeah. Well, not because of that, too, because I like Houston. Houston's a dope city.
I've never been to Houston. I've been to Dallas. I've been to Dallas. I've been to Austin. I have not been to Houston.
Yeah, Houston is a dope city, bro. So I'm trying to figure out how to get down there. I'll go to the game.
Do we know the date yet? Do we know the date?
Well, it's going to be. We have the preseason schedule, right? It's
we got the schedule, but you don't know when the practice is going to be.
A couple of days before the game, probably. I don't know, or a day before the game. I don't know. When in that area, whenever the game is, a couple of days before, probably.
With the joint practice, odds are high that he ain't gonna play the game, so you gotta make it to the joint practices, bro.
Yeah. He's not.
Odds are high.
I think it's the second. Is it the second or the first one?
He's
probably either way. He probably not gonna play.
He ain't playing either way. But that's a whole different discussion. He ain't playing either way. Houston's like the 4th largest city in the country, right?
Shout out to Houston, man. Houston's dope. Good food, man.
Yeah, let me see. Of course, it'll probably be the weekend when I gotta move my daughter.
Hey man, I might have to put. I'm really.
I know you're probably gonna end up going.
I probably am, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, because with them not doing training camp, you might as well go. I just don't. I don't think it's gonna be.
I think I should go. I mean,
it ain't realistic for me with everything else going on. So
let me see.
Let's see what the game is. If I had to guess, it's probably the same weekend I gotta move.
Yeah, this a weekend I won't be able to go.
The 16th.
I might be able to do that.
You know,
I might be able to make that happen, bro.
If flights cheap, maybe.
What day is the 16th on? Don't let that be like a Friday or Thursday.
It's probably a Thursday or a Friday. That's typically when they play that, right? They typically play their games on a Thursday and Friday. Let me check the calendar.
Oh, it's a Saturday.
It is a Saturday, huh?
Yeah, that might be the move, bro. Practice is probably gonna be Friday.
Oh, I can't go.
Oops, sorry. Didn't mean to do that.
I can't go.
Sorry.
Daughter got an appointment. Daughter got an appointment that day. I can't go. Got the appointment the day before, so there's no way I can swing it. And she's got to get her appointments in before she heads out to New York. So she got an appointment that Friday.
Hofstra
University, man. We're doing orientation in 2 weeks. She graduates next week.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, her last day of school is this Friday. And she graduates, and then she got graduation rehearsal Monday and Tuesday next week. And then she graduates that Friday. So, yep. And then she got to find a job. She can't be sitting in my house all day. So, we'll see.
Yep. All right, let's keep it moving. Let's keep this thing going. Patreon. Shout out to Patreon members. Patreon.com/Panther Nation PC. Shout out to all the Patreon members, man. We appreciate your support. Shout out to the MVPs. Shout out to the Patreons, the franchise, and shout out to the free agents. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to all the Patreon members up in the building. Okay, we appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all support. Show would not be anything without you all. So we greatly appreciate that. Appreciate your contributions. Sign up. You can sign up at patreon.com/Panther Nation PC to become a Patreon member. You can join as low as $3 per month. Greatly appreciate it. And Dave, Underdog.
Make sure you guys go to underdogfantasy.com. Use the promo code PNP when you sign up. Best ball has started. We got some big UFC fights coming down the pipe. They're definitely going to do higher lawyers for that. So make sure you go to underdogfantasy.com and use the promo code PNP when you do. NBA playoffs is going on right now. You can do the live in-game higher lowers as well with the Knicks and the Pacers. So just check out Underdog, man. They got a pretty good product, made some pretty decent money on it. So just go to underdogfantasy.com and check them out.
Shout out to Underdog, man. All right. Let me go back because I'm missing a slide. And I think I know why. It's because it's hidden. But I got to go back and unhighlight because we got to talk about, I knew something was missing, but we got to talk about these injuries.
Yeah, we definitely do.
Let's talk about these injuries real quick because things may be starting to make a little bit of sense here, Dave. So first injury of note was Tommy Tremble. Tight end Tommy Tremble is his back. He got back surgery early.
Broke his back.
Week or so ago. His back spinal is jacked up. So he is chill, Dave. Chill, man. It's not
so
funny.
Sorry.
We talking about
I'm so
back,
sorry.
Bro.
Every single time I hear somebody say I broke my back, the first thing I think about spinal.
Tommy Tremble got back surgery, and at first Canales said, "Hey, bro, we expect him to be back. By training camp, ain't no big deal. He'll be back, not gonna miss no time." And then it was announced that he is most likely gonna start the season on the PUP, which means he's gonna miss at least 4 games.
That is wild, bro.
Yeah, I don't know how we got that.
You go from
up,
he'll make it to training camp to
yeah.
spinal.
I don't know how that got mixed up.
That's why now it tracks spinal.
Yeah, I don't know how that got mixed up, but again, maybe it's a lot going on. Canales got his something mixed up, and people make mistakes, so it's all good. We're not going to trip over it, but it was very interesting that it went from we're not going to miss nothing to now missing. You're going starting the season on a pup, but it also makes that Mitchell Evans pick look like genius.
Yeah,
it makes it look genius. You
it
know what I
changes
mean?
it changes my entire perspective on the pick at this point.
Yeah, it makes that because, bro, Evans is already nice. I feel like he would have competed with Trimble and them anyway, just because I think Mitchell Evans is that good. But now that he's basically got Tommy Trimble out the way, and I think he's just as good a capable blocker as Tommy Trimble is as well. He's that combo. He's that true combo tight end. He can block and he can catch. Probably not the fastest guy in the world, which is why you have Jatavion Sanders. But he can be that guy. Both from Notre Dame. They both cut from the same cloth, and it's making that pick look very, very good. It's making that pick look very, very good.
Joel, he got cut the other week.
Yeah, he did get cut.
He's not on the roster anymore, Joel. Just so you know. Just want to make you have situational awareness. That's all. So even with that, they still let him go because I don't think this injury just popped up. I think they've known about this.
Nah, Trimble is not on a cheap 1-year deal either. He signed a 2-year deal that was 16-something million. He didn't get no cheap deal, bro.
Nope.
That deal was not necessarily cheap. It was not necessarily cheap. So he got paid. He got paid. You know what I mean? So but I like the Mitchell Evans pick. I think he's gonna be solid. The only reason why Mitchell Evans fell was because of his injury history, right? It's not because he's not a talented guy, but before the injuries, bro, he was probably one of the top 3-4 tight ends. You know what I mean? But he's got the injury concerns, which is what dropped the stock. You know what I mean? So Mitchell Evans is good, bro. Like, don't get it twisted. I watched Mitchell Evans a little bit, and didn't even know what I was looking at before. I realized how good he was. This was last year. Not this past year, but the year before last. He was nice, bro. He was nice. But Tommy Trimble, again, is going to be out, and we're going to look at that depth a little bit later and talk about what this means to the rest of that tight end depth, because I think it gets a little thin after that. But anyway, 2-year, shout out to Carlo, 2-year, $10 million deal, $8 million guaranteed. That ain't necessarily cheap, bro.
A lot of guaranteed dough too.
That's not necessarily cheap. Do we miss Ian Thomas? Absolutely.
Bruh. You know what, man? Next player. Please. Next player.
Is Ian Thomas? Oh, yeah, he played for the Raiders, I think.
Yeah, he got signed by the Raiders.
Anyway, next up on the injury list is going to be Jalen Coker, our guy. Jalen Coker, he's got a soft tissue injury. Typically, that means hamstring. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm just guessing. I have no idea. I could shoot him a text and see. But I don't know.
It's just minor flex.
You want me to get it? You want me to see what the injury is?
No, you can ask.
No,
he might tell you. He might not.
I ain't gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. But shout out to Jalen Coker. Hope he gets better. You know what I mean? We obviously don't want nothing to linger.
Not concerned.
No, not concerned at all.
Not concerned at all. He'll probably be ready for training camp. That's all that matters ultimately.
Yes, he should be ready for training camp. Canales basically said they don't want to rush him back. They're taking it slow. They want him to go 100%. He's been out there kind of working, but they don't want to, put him in there at 100% yet. So we're gonna let it cook. Nobody panic. No, his job is not in jeopardy. Everybody needs to, because I know how some of y'all get sometimes. You know what I mean? We're not doing that. He's gonna be just fine.
He's gonna be fine.
It's early. Everybody relax. You know what I mean? All right. Next up, we got DJ Wonnum. DJ Wonnum has another back. His back also, his spinal was also jacked up.
But his ain't broken because he ain't on the pup, so he ain't broken. He's just
right.
Got back.
Just a little sprain on the spinal. But DJ Wonnum, again, Dave, I gotta ask, are you concerned? Because he's got a little history here. He gets a little banged up. Last year he missed a good bit of the season because of injury. I'm not saying it's the same injury because it's not, but are we a little concerned about his history of injuries here?
There's a reason why we drafted 2 edge rushers. Now we just got to make sure we sign the other one. I mean, like, and I know some folks talking about, well, that's why you get rid of Clowney. Well, no, we probably gonna need the Clowney money to get the fully guaranteed deal for Nic Scourton. So I'm concerned from that aspect, but it's more and more clear why we drafted 2 edge rushers. Besides the fact we need to draft 2 edge rushers, but more reason.
My man Joel said he want him heals at half pace. Half pace healing is crazy, bro.
Half pace healing is
wild, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy work. That is
Don't
crazy
do that,
work,
man. Nah, I'm hoping he's ready for training camp, but we're gonna see.
Yeah.
If you would have had Pup next to there, I would have been like, oh goodness gracious. But then maybe you rethink
my man
the position.
said want him Embiid. Yo, y'all are crazy. Reverse Wolverine. Yo, y'all are wilding on this man. The chat is y'all are tripping right now, bro.
Yo, please
y'all
stop.
are tripping in the chat, bro. Y'all gotta relax. Reverse Wolverine is crazy. Want him Embiid? Come on, bro.
Want him Embiid?
Come on. Look,
that's luckily funny, he's not part of the process, so
Well, actually, he is part of the process because he's edge one basically, Dave.
Yeah, that's true. Well, not anymore. Edge one might not have signed his deal yet. He out here with we'll see. We'll see. Oh my God.
Yeah, we'll see.
Maybe Amari Barno will step up. I'm just kidding.
We're gonna talk about him a little bit later, but also Derrick Brown and Taylor Moton, both of those guys, they were at OTAs, but they were working off to the side. Derrick Brown coming back from his leg injury, knee injury, whatever he had, and Taylor Moton just getting old, man. He needs those vet days. So nothing to be of crazy concern right now. Again, you got some guys just nursing some things. Hopefully, as OTAs progress, we'll start to get guys back. I think we're good. No need to panic. We're solid. Oh,
Dave, go ahead. Shout out to Ivan Sanchez. What about Michael Myers, Raiders TE? Nah, dog. Can he play edge rusher? If he can't play edge rusher, I'm not interested. We're good at tight end. We're fine. I think we're gonna be okay. Appreciate the super chat though.
Yeah, I don't see us going to sign another tight end, bro. I think they're gonna be cool with and this I do think, and I kind of said this too, because I know we talked about the tight end from the guy we signed, the basketball player from Coastal Carolina, Colin Granger. I know we released him and he's injured, but I do think there's a pathway for him to come back. I do think that's a possibility. Again, these injury, maybe what he's nursing is going to take him longer than a couple weeks to heal. And so that's why you go ahead and you sign another person to get through OTAs. And then by training camp, he might be healthy again. And that's when you bring him back. So we'll see what happens. So I don't think we're done with tight end. I think Granger could come back, or we could sign somebody else. But I don't see us signing anybody a big name. I don't think that's going to happen.
No, that's over. Yeah, I don't see us. I agree here. We're not going to sign a big name.
Yeah,
I absolutely agree here.
But that's the list of the injuries that we had. Nothing too crazy. We'll keep moving. Let's go back to where I was at now. My bad. So that was injuries for OTA. So now we'll talk about some of the OTA storylines as we get into this. But I want to go through the roster, Dave, and just kind of quickly talk through some of these positions and the battles that we might see OTAs and what we want to see from certain guys and who's in danger. As you can see, I got the caution sign waiting for guys that are, it could be ugly for them if they don't step up. You know what I mean? And this is not just through OTAs. I'm talking about through training camp, throughout the entire offseason. These guys need to have a really good offseason to make the roster. You know what I mean? So I heard some Ryan Fitzgerald news today. I heard he was not looking good today. I heard y'all told me this dude was the great. And again, I'm a Florida State fan, so I know y'all told me this dude was great. And he was he was not looking good today, from what I heard. And again, I'm not out there, so this is all secondhand knowledge. But I heard it wasn't pretty today. Shout out to Austin. He says, "Do y'all think Dan Morgan will suit up week 1? Hell, we might need him. We might need a little. He's an interior guy, but you never know. He might still got it in him. Might still got it. But Dave, any thoughts on the special teams? Are you in agreement with the situation here?
Bruh. Oh God, man. We're gonna figure out. Oh God, kicker. I never thought I'd be asking for your boy back, but I'm getting nervous, bruh. I'm getting concerned. We got to get a kicker, man. It's too important. It's too freaking important. Well, Matthew Wright's gonna probably end up winning that job if Fitzgerald doesn't step up fast. I don't think they'll probably let him compete through the preseason, but we got to figure it out. We got to figure that out immediately.
Yeah, so just a quick note. Joe Person says, kicking on tight goalposts or not, rough outing today for Ryan Fitzpatrick. That's what he said. That's Joe Person, who has eyes on the ground. So we will see. We will see, because it ain't looking – it's not a good start. Not a good start for the kicking competition. Not a good start at all. I'm trying to see if I see anything else out there. But that's the tweet I saw earlier today, was from Joe Person. Let me see.
We got to get that resolved.
Yeah.
And then they're talking about no Panera bread. Guys. Sometimes you're not going to have a choice in the matter.
Yeah. Yeah, so that is special teams. And again, I think I have us keeping 3, obviously. Long snapper, kicker, and punter. Sam Martin is obviously our punter. Don't see us picking up another punter or anything like that. So that's what I got so far for the special teams. Let's keep it moving. Quarterbacks. We good here? Bryce looking good out there. Any thoughts on the quarterbacks? I don't think there's too much debate here, Dave. I think Bryce is cooking. It's year 2 in the system for him, and I think he's going to get better and better and better. It's going to be very solid. I have no doubt, 0 doubt, that Bryce Young is going to be him for the rest of his career with the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, nah. Bryce is safe, and Dalton's going to be the backup as long as he wants to be the backup here. Simple as that. I don't think there should be any debate with regards to this.
Yeah, man. Y'all, the chat is crazy, bro. Y'all are wilding.
What did you say
Come
now?
on, man. Chat is
no.
Exactly,
I saw no.
Exactly.
No.
Exactly.
Jesus.
Exactly.
What is wrong with y'all?
And you tried to make me repeat it.
No, I didn't. I said no. I mean, why are you out here trying to instigate, bruh? I said no. Absolutely not.
So Dave, running backs. We got Chuba Hubbard, Rico Dowdle, Trevor Etienne, and obviously not pictured here, you got Jonathan Brooks, who is on the season-ending PUP, on IR, excuse me. So Dave, what do you think about this running back list? What happens with Raheem?
Raheem's in trouble. He might not. He probably going to lose to a different position. He in trouble. I stand by Raheem Blackshear's chance to make the roster. It's not going to be about the running back position. It's going to be about special teams. He's going to have to win the return battle. And I think that's in serious trouble. That's just my opinion on the matter. So, those 3 are locks.
Yeah.
But Blackshear's only way to get on his roster is going to be how he performs in special teams.
Agreed.
Simple as that.
Agreed. Yeah, I don't see there's nothing too much up for debate here. I don't think anybody's going to do any crazy damage to push ETN, Dowd, or anything like that off. I think, like I said, Raheem is going to, I agree with what you said, Dave. Raheem's probably going to lose his job to another position, which means we're probably going to only keep 3 running backs. So I don't think there's no drama there for this position. Let's keep it moving. Tight end. This is where it starts to get interesting, right? Because we just talked about Tommy Tremble and his injury. You got Jatavion, Mitchell Evans, James Mitchell, Dominique Daphne, and Bryce Pierre. I don't know if someone else is coming to save us, but I don't know a lot about some of these other guys, some of the undrafted guys and things like that. But with Tommy Tremble starting on the PUP, one of these guys has an interesting opportunity to push and make this roster, at least in the short term. Or like Omar Tillman says, Jordan Matthews is back on the way, which is certainly a possibility as well. You bring Jordan Matthews back to be that receiving tight end as well, in alignment with Jatavion. I could see that happening for sure. We've had him a couple years. He knows the system. You can bring him right on back. I don't think he's playing with anybody right now. So yeah, Jordan Matthews is an easy solution to that problem. Or you can go back and bring back Colin Granger or somebody else. Any thoughts on tight end, Dave?
Those 3 are definitely locks. Like, I agree about the opportunity for another tight end to get in. I'm kind of fascinated to see if one of these guys pop, but we'll see. I don't think Tremble's position is going to be threatened by any stretch, but it'll be interesting to see if somebody pops and makes a tougher decision for them. Tavion's going to be ready for week 1, correct?
Jatavion is healthy now.
Okay, so we're good to go. I know he got hurt.
He's practicing. He's out there playing.
All right, so yeah. All right. Well, we'll see if somebody pops, whether or not, or if they bring back Jordan Matthews to play. We'll see.
Yeah. Yep. Agreed. Let's keep it moving. Offensive lineman. It could get interesting here too. Could get very interesting. This is my personal opinion. You got Icky, Taylor Moton, the locks. Christensen is a lock. Hunt, Cade Mays, Corbett, and Damian Lewis are all locks. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 7 out of the 9 locks. I think there's 2 positions up for debate. I got Zavala being one of them, and I got Yash Nijman being one of them as well. Yash Nijman, if he's cut, we get all his money back. There's nothing left on his deal. He's playing in the final year of his deal, so you can cut him and save a little bit of a cap. Kandra is very interesting because, Dave, I want to point you to something, a little bit of a context clue here. Let me see. Hold on. Never mind. He's not on this list. But I do think Kandra is somebody to keep an eye on. I think he's going to push one of these guards, especially Zavala. Could potentially push them off the roster. And he's a mauler. He's a mauler in the run game, bro. He's a mauler in the run game. So I think he fits exactly what we want to do. Could be a very, very good backup guard. So I think Kandra has inside track, to be honest, to take Zavala's spot. Although Zavala didn't play bad, I just think Kandra could be that much better. Dave, any thoughts on the offensive line?
Kandra is going to be fascinating. I'll be honest, man. If Yash Nijman pretty much gives us back our cap money, unless something pops pretty quickly, I think that's a wrap. But the problem is, I don't know if I'm curious to see who would take that tackle slot.
I think you got swing guy and Christensen. Christensen can play swing tackle.
He's already a lock. But he's already a lock.
Yeah, but he's doesn't matter if he's a lock. The position doesn't matter. He's
a swing guy. But then maybe you keep another guard like Kandra would probably.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, Christensen would be a swing guy, and then Cade Mays can also play all the roles.
He can play all 5.
So I think you got it covered. Basically, you got swing guys. You know what I mean? So
Zavala is an interesting one too. I think he's probably he might be safer than we're giving him credit for.
Maybe.
But I do agree with all the locks that you have. I would love to see Jatari Carr make the team, but it's going to be a tough sledding for him to make the roster. But yeah, we shall see.
Yeah, we shall see. But I do think they keep 9 offensive linemen, many of which were on the roster last year, including Icky, Moten, Christensen, Hunt, Mays, Corbett, Damian Lewis. All those guys were on the roster last year. So yeah, man. All right, let's keep it moving. Andrew Ram got cut earlier a couple weeks ago. He got cut.
Yeah.
Receivers. Okay, this is where it gets interesting. Now, this is what I wanted to talk about, because last year there was a guy by the name of Jalen Coker that got some guaranteed money as an undrafted free agent. I think he got like 280 some thousand pocket watch,
which was high.
Which is high
for an undrafted free agent.
It is. Dave, let me point you to Jacoby George, Kobe Hudson, both of which have gotten $200K plus in guaranteed money. So
we're only keeping 6 guys.
I don't know that we could keep 7 depending on the return person. I don't know how they're gonna do it.
I stand by what I said, right? The competition for the return guy is gonna come down to whether or not Jimmy Horn or Rasheem Blackshear makes it.
Jimmy Horn's folks making the team, bro.
I know he's gonna make, but my point is his position at risk. Like Blackshear's spot is at risk due to Jimmy Horn. That's what I'm getting at. Jacoby George and Kobe Hudson got guaranteed deals. David Moore is a Canales guy. And then we got Hunter Renfrow, where a lot of folks want him to make the team. The pocket of Panthers fan.
I got the Uno cards next to Renfrow because I think he's truly the wild card. He basically, if he pans out to be somewhat decent, bro, and gonna be a contributor to this team, bro, like somebody's gonna get pushed off this roster, bro. And obviously you start with David Moore, but if Hunter is nice, bro, it's gonna be a true problem. It's gonna be a true problem. Jacoby George. The great thing is this, bro. The great thing is that whole room has been elevated. That's the great part about this whole entire thing, is that we actually got some solid talent in the room, and it's somewhat debatable now. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I think, bro, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good either way. But I got those 5 guys at the top as locks. I don't see anything happening. Only thing that could take them out is some sort of injury. Knocking on wood. I don't wish that upon nobody, but I don't think that's gonna happen. But I think those top 5 guys are locks, bro. And the rest of them, we'll see what happens. I think that Hunter, if he's not quite what we thought he would be, I think he's going to be could be a practice squad guy too. You never know. Like David Moore, same thing, could be a practice squad guy. But we'll see. Obviously, XL had a lot of news was out there about XL today. He said he looks big and fast. Canales was hyping him up. XL himself said that he liked the T-Mac pick. And it seems like they have some good chemistry going on together. It seems like they all have, there's no like beef or anything like that. They all want to win at the end of the day. So whatever it takes to get the dubs, that look like they are capable of putting all the stuff to the side and getting W's. You know what I mean? So that's what it's all about. And hopefully we find a way, and hopefully T-Mac and Xavier Legette are the guys of the future. Like that's the 1-2 punch that we need, and hopefully they turn out to be, because we need it. We need it extremely bad, bro. We need it extremely bad. I'm tired of the wide receiver being in flux. You know what I mean? We definitely need to make it happen. And I like the way things have started out in OTAs. Go ahead, Dave.
The talent on paper tells you that that we have a golden opportunity here. So it'll be very fascinating to see how this goes. With regards to this.
Yeah.
Because I think the talent can't be denied. Like, I think we haven't had a slate of talent wide receivers like this in a long time from 1 to 5. We haven't. Like, so the potential is there. We just got to see it on the field. Like, think about it, man. Can you recall, like, from 1 to 5, we've had some pretty good 1-2 punches. Like, we've had Steve Smith and Muhsin Muhammad. But, like, 1 to 5, I mean, talent-wise, this is a pretty good slate.
Facts.
The potential is so much there. You just got to see it. And if somehow Renfrow gets back to his old self, it'll get fascinating at that point.
Yeah, agreed. I agree, Dave. I agree.
It'll get fascinating at that point. At one point.
But yeah, I think again, Hunter Renfrow to me is truly the wild card. If he pops off, it's gonna be ugly. It's gonna be ugly. It's gonna be really, really good problem to have, for sure. But let's keep it moving. That's the offensive side of football. Let's go to the defensive side of football. So Damani Richardson, look, he had a crazy catch in practice today. A little one-handed jump. Moehrig, Lathan Ransom, those 3 are locks. Nic Scourton could be interesting. Dave, I also want to bring to your attention 2 guys that also got guaranteed money. Jack Henderson. I'm just throwing it out there. Jack Henderson got one of the highest contracts, $285,000. Jack Henderson did as a safety. So I just want to bring that to your attention. Jack Henderson might be one of those guys that makes the roster. I.e. Damani Richardson, undrafted guy. Also, another safety that got guaranteed money was Isaac Gifford. Isaac Gifford got $234,000, so not as much as Jack Henderson, but that money alone tells you that they believe in Henderson, and that he's a guy to keep an eye out. Keep an eye out for him. You know what I mean? Keep an eye out for him. Look for his name on Twitter. See how he's performing. See what the beat writers are saying about him, because I think he could be a guy that could jump Nic Scourton for sure. I don't think Nic Scourton is grabbing the
not taking the ring, man.
He's not taking that's what I was trying to get to, the brass ring. He's not grabbing the brass ring. You know what I mean? Shout out to WWE. If you know, you know. But yeah, man, that's what I got. Keep an eye on Henderson, bro. Keep an eye on Henderson. All right, Dave. Any more thoughts on the safeties?
Nah. Gonna be fascinating at the battle, man. A lot of folks don't want Nic Scourton on his roster, but maybe he's gonna step it up and keep his slot, man. Keep his spot. Come on, bro.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
Come on, man.
I think that guaranteed money talks, bro.
How much do we say we need cap money by letting Scott go?
Not nothing like that. No.
Is it over $280,000? $280,000?
Probably.
Okay.
I don't know what he signed.
It's gonna be interesting. Well, shout out to Monty for that one-handed pick though. That was dope. I did.
Yeah, it was nice. It was nice. All right, let's keep it going. Cornerbacks. All right, so JC, Mike Jack, Shaw Smith-Wade, Shamar Bartholomew are all locks. Obviously, Shamar Bartholomew got a nice little 3-year deal, so I don't think he's going anywhere. I know some of y'all might not like him, may not think he's him, but he definitely got a nice deal with the Carolina Panthers, so I don't see him going anywhere. I think we keep 5. I don't know who that 5th person is. If you're asking me, I hope it's somebody not on this list.
None of these guys got a nice signing bonus, is what you're telling me?
Let me check. Negative. That's a negative, Dave.
It could be a situation where we just keep 4.
Doubt it. It's already thin. JC with his injury history, you never know.
Don't do that. We just paid that man. Don't do that.
I agree, but still, that means you got to have an extra. You got to have some bodies out there, bro. You got to have some bodies out there. So I don't.
We did not. If I recall, we did not draft a corner.
We did not. No, we did not. We drafted 2 wide receivers though.
We did. We did not draft a corner. 2 edge rushers too. We did not draft a corner. Now we gotta figure something out at this position. I know everybody's looking for Jalen Ramsey to come. A lot of Evero hints have been happening in the streets, so we'll see. But I mean, just remember, the guy that Jalen Ramsey was praising, y'all wanted out the paint. We wouldn't have had no chance with him if Evero wasn't our DC. Just saying. So these players respect the hell out of Evero. Shout out to A-Cash for Super Chat. I keep saying people are sleeping on Damani. He's good enough to be a starting free safety for us, and I won't be surprised if we go into week 1 with him as a starter. I don't disagree with you one bit.
A-Cash, I agree with you too. Damani in the safety room is not my concern. I think cornerback is a bigger concern for me, and it's not the 1-2. Like I like Mike Jack and I like JC. I just think we lack depth. I think Shamar just being the other guy just is a little concerning to me. I think we need another cornerback. People forget the division we play in. We got some really good wide receivers in this division.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as somebody goes down, or if somebody goes down injury-wise, we're kind of screwed. So we got to make sure we have some depth, because it's not just about who your starters are. It's about the depth. So we need to get somebody else.
Yep, no, I'm with you there.
All right, so that's the cornerbacks. Inside linebackers, Dave. Josie Jewell, Trevin Wallace, Roseboom, all locks. I think Shirless, who played with us a lot last year, had a solid year. I think if you made him a lock, I wouldn't be mad at you either, just because he, again, was with us last year. But let me bring to your attention, Dave. Bam Martin Scott. I know I don't have the up arrow by him, but Bam Martin Scott did get the 3rd highest guarantee for undrafted free agents. He got $275,000, right? So keep an eye on that. Although, you know how we feel about Oos around here, bro. Tavasi, got to keep an eye on. Very good player. I think that the battle for that last linebacker position is going to be crazy. It's going to be tough. You know what I mean? So, you could bring back Shaq. Shaq is still out there. Obviously his contract is old contract is torn up, so we don't got to worry about that anymore. So you could bring him back. And it could be decent. I don't know. Dave, what are your thoughts on bringing back Shaq? Because that is an option.
I wouldn't be mad at it. I think it would be a good story. I think that would kind of go against what they want to do from a youth standpoint, but I wouldn't be mad if they brought Shaq back, because Shaq is probably still better than most of the folks on this roster, so he would be an upgrade. But it would pretty much eliminate a player from this list, like Claude and Cheryl. It would be if Shaq is his old self or even close to his old self, Claude and Oos is going to be in trouble. Simple as that.
Marcus said he's played like 3 games in 2 years. Yeah, I mean, you're right. Ultimately.
He's right. That's true. That ain't the point, but that's true. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that goes, man.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know who the fourth linebacker is going to be. I think it's an interesting conversation. Tavasi, Bam Martin Scott, Shirless, somebody got to go. And there's only one spot left in my estimations. And I wouldn't be surprised if Shirless kept the spot. But again, I'm bringing attention to certain people for a certain reason, because those guys do have a lot of guaranteed money, which means they speak highly of them, and they put their money where their mouth is with those guys. You know what I mean? So, all right, let's keep it moving off the inside linebackers. Let's move to the outside linebackers, the edge rushers. You got Pat Jones, DJ Wanham, Princely Umanmielen, DJ Johnson, Nic Scourton. I think those 5 are locks. Then you got, after that, I don't know. You can go Amari. I don't know, Dave. Is Amari still locked in?
No. Somebody's going to beat him out. One of these four guys is going to beat him out.
Carlos Basham, man. He's a Wake Forest guy, man. I remember watching Carlos back in the day. He's nice, but I don't know if he's going to push Amari like that. Probably better against the run. He's a bigger edge.
I wouldn't be shocked if Amari made the roster. Even if he did, he wouldn't get a jersey. That's the dilemma. He wouldn't get a jersey. So I think one of these guys might take his spot. Or they might decide to just keep 5, which is possible.
They could keep 5 and add another wide receiver.
Could add another wide receiver. And then especially like what if Hunter did show up and they want to keep 6 guys outside of Hunter? Amari's dispensable at that point.
Yeah.
Yep. Very dispensable.
Yeah, but it's gonna be interesting to see the outside linebackers though. I don't know if somebody's gonna step up and challenge him. The chat is right. He is a special teams guy. I don't know if he's gonna bring that much special teams value to keep us from I don't know, bro. I don't know. A-Cash says, Shotty, you got a typo. You have a lock next to DJ Johnson. You know what? A-Cash, you're right. And I had a hard time.
When you look at this list, one of these two is going to have to make it.
Yeah, no. So
if
when
both make it, we might be concerned.
Yeah, when I looked at the list, I was like,
he's got to go.
He is a lock. Like I don't know if that's not necessarily a good thing per se, but I think he's good against the run. I think he's getting better. Not the greatest, but he's getting better. When I looked at the list of guys, I was just like, I mean, yeah, he's gonna make the roster, bro. I don't see anybody pushing him off. So you're right, A-Cash. I saw what I saw though. You know what I mean? So it is what it is there. But you bring up a good point.
When you look at the options, then you realize that one of these two got to make it. Not both make it.
That's exactly what I went through, Dave. When I looked at the list, I was like, bruh.
One of these two got to make the cut.
Yep.
Well.
Yep. And so that's the outside linebackers. That's the edge rushers. Let's get to the defensive line here. You got Bobby Brown, Derrick Brown. You got Cam Jackson, A'Shawn Robinson, Tashawn Wharton. Those are my locks. I've got 5 locks and a bunch of cautions. Shaw Tuttle, we already talked about him as to why. Again, he could be a lock just because his contract is not cut friendly at all. So they maybe try to work something out with him, a buyout. I don't know how they're going to do it, but maybe they can figure something out to get rid of that contract. LeBron Ray is a guy we've seen on this roster quite a bit in the past. I don't know if he's again caution, and Crumley was a draft pick, so caution to him as well. Dave, let me bring someone to your attention here. Defensive tackle Jared Harrison Hunt. He got again tied for the highest guaranteed contract for undrafted free agent, $285K, Dave. So I got to keep my eye on that cat. And again, that signals, that contract alone signals that they believe in this kid, which could push Shy, Crumley, LeBron Ray, could push them right off the roster. You know what I mean? Steve says, what type of contract could we get? Could we get Ramsey on the roster? Man, that's a great question.
I don't think it's gonna be as cheap as it ain't gonna be as cheap as you guys think it is.
I gotta look at it because I'm not 100% sure, to be honest with you. I think I gotta crunch the numbers. I gotta see what he's gonna get, if it's a trade or if he's gonna get a brand new deal. There's a lot there's a lot that goes into that. You know what I mean? So I can't come up with a contract off the top of my head that's just gonna get you I can't come up with a contract off the top of my head, to be honest. But that's a good question though, Steve. I might have to do some research to come back to you on that. come back to you on that, Dave. Steve.
Yeah, Bobby Brown. We got 2 Browns. You think Jaden Crumley's a caution?
Yeah, easily.
Wow. Just
You
drafted
think
him.
you think he's a lot? I don't
No,
care.
I don't think. I don't think he's a.
Did he get cut and brought back?
Because of the
Could be
injury.
wrong on that.
I think you might be wrong there, but you
I
might be
could be
right.
wrong. I could be wrong on that.
Shy Tuttle, yes, that tracks. LeBron Ray, that tracks.
But Jaden was a 6th round pick too. Let's not front like
yeah. No, I know. So it's not out of. It wouldn't be a shocker if he got cut, but he was hurt. I'm just thinking about the opportunity. This is gonna be more. This is gonna be tougher than I thought, man.
Yeah,
those cautions are pretty much fighting for one slot.
That's a good sign though, because we need a competition in this position group. So it's a good sign that these guys are battling it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Tuttle taking a pay cut is gonna be fascinating. If he took a pay cut, that might be a factor too. That might help him, but we'll see.
He did take a pay cut, but I don't know. It makes it difficult for us to cut him. Yeah, it's not an easy cut. Like it does cost us a little money to cut him. So he must be really bad if we walk away from that deal.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
My man Double O Kane just watched the highlights. He said he's a dog. What are you looking like, bro? What are you looking like? Where is he even from? SMU in Miami. Yes. Double O Kane said he a dog, bro. We'll see though. We'll see.
Definitely gonna see.
All right, Dave. That's my positions. OTAs again kicked off. A couple of storylines to watch in this joint. Again, the wide receiver group. Keep an eye on Hunter Renfrow. Wide receivers are going to be very interesting to watch. We want to see T-Mac progress. We want to see Xavier Legette keep stacking days. We want to see Coker get back on the field. We want to see Jimmy Horn continue to do what he needs to do. Jacoby George, want to see if he can end up making the roster. So that's definitely the position group to watch. I think watching that center group.
Yeah,
who's gonna
the wide receiver group is going to be fascinating because David Moore is oh my God, man. It's going to be uphill for Kobe or Jacoby to make this roster because of the 2 factors that they got to fight to get that last spot. Unless they decide to keep 7, then it might not be as hard. But even then, I could see a scenario where they keep Moore and Renfrow, and then they still be out of luck. So we'll see. Gonna be a pretty dope battle to watch, though.
Yeah. I'm excited though. It's good competition. I mean, that's what we wanted to see from this roster. We want to see some good competition. See everybody challenged on the roster, and I think that's what Panther fans are most excited about right now. Is that we finally got some. It's not just these guys that we've been hyping up in our own minds. Is that we know they're gonna be great. Now we got some good talent on this roster, and I think that we're gonna do some damage this year, bro. I believe it. We're gonna do some damage, 1,000%. I feel it. I feel good about this year, bro. I really do.
Don't worry, ESPN does too. ESPN thinks we're gonna have a winning record.
I'm with it. I'm here for it.
I am. I was kind of shocked. We were at the cover of it. I'm like, wow, this must either they're bored or they're real serious about us actually being good. But we're gonna see.
It feels different, bro. It feels a little different. I ain't gonna lie.
No, it does. It absolutely does. It absolutely does. There's no question about that. What's up, T. Cole?
All right. Do we got anything else to talk about, Dave? Because I think that concluded my my portion.
The portion of the evening. Nah, I'm good to go, man. I'm about to watch. I'm gonna catch the second half of this Knicks
Yeah, this
Pacers
game is
game.
good. Yeah, Pacers.
I haven't turned it on yet.
I'm about to a little bit. I've been watching it, kind of out the corner of my eye.
Yeah, nah, I'm gonna catch the second half. It's at halftime right now. You guys should too. And while you're at it, go to Underdog. Use the promo code PNP when you do.
Yeah, make sure y'all like and subscribe on the way out. Still trying to get to 25,000 subscribers. So come on over to YouTube if you're watching elsewhere. Dave, I got us on IG Live too. So we're able to go live on IG now. So go on over to Panther Nation _PC. If you're on IG, you can follow us over there. And we're live over there as well. I'm trying to get us on TikTok, but TikTok has their own little streaming platform. So it makes it a little more difficult. But anyway. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell, all that good stuff, man. We up out of here. We'll holler at y'all next week. Peace.